So I'm going to show you a few different looks today, starting with this teal and orange look. It's a very typical cinematic teal and orange look that you see in a lot of movies like Transformers or Drive. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay, so the first note, do a basic color balance. So the next note is to just add a bit of teal in the low lights. Bring that down a bit. And then go to Luma versus Set and just deset your low lights. It gives it that nice filmic look. Okay, now we want to add a layer node, and this is your skin tone. In this layer node, we're just going to grab the skin tones from the original grade. So what you get is a teal in the low lights and nice orangey skin tone. So you can adjust how much orange you want in the skin tone by either adjusting the color and saturation, or in this case, I'm going to my key output and just going to bring that down. So the next thing is reduce noise. So you go to noise reduction, go better, medium, and just adjust it a little. Just like to do some shading for the scene to make him stand out a bit more. So we add a vignette. So add a shape. Invert it. Bring that down a bit. So one last thing. So make a new node, go to curves, turn on editable splines, and just lift that up a bit to make him pop. So this is the original, and that's the final look. Okay, so moving on to this shot. As you can see, it's quite nicely lit. She's out in the sunshine. So maybe we'll just do a nice warm look and add a bit of flares. Do a quick balance. You don't need to do too much, so just want to lift it slightly. Okay, so make a new node. Just want to make it warm. You see how it's looking quite flat? So I'm going to add a layer node. I'm going to bring the saturation down to 0. And then I'm going to change the composite mode to overlay. And adjust it quite a bit. That's got a nice glowy, sunny kind of look. Okay, I might just add a little bit more glow. So go to Open Effects and go to Lens Reflections. It's a bit much now. Bring it down quite a lot. You want a little bit, but not so crazy. Okay. Shift that. And change the color. I'm going to take this blend down. Okay, so this is before. And that's after. Okay, for this next look, I'm just going to do a black and white and with just her lips highlighted. Okay, so on this first node, give it a bit of contrast. Make a new node, and we'll make this black and white. Add a layer node, qualifier, grab the lips, color radius, clean black, clean white, and just make a shape around it. Track it. Okay, so I'm just going to do a bit of shading once again. So make a shape around her. So do something like that. Invert it. Bring that down. Lastly, do an overall editable splines. and just lift that up a bit. So that's before, and that's after. So for this last look, I'm going to show you a kind of Instagram filter look. Travel shows these days are done slightly differently. They're always with YouTube influencers. So we often get asked to do Instagram looks. So this is how I would grade this shot. Okay, so first start with your basic balance. Okay, then on your next note, so the Instagram filter look is usually quite low contrast. So bring your blacks up and limit your highlights. Then you turn on editable splines and bring the contrast down and boost your highlights there. Okay, so next, since it's the seaside, add a bit of bluey green to your lowlights and just warm up the highlights. Okay, you can also add a vignette. Okay, invert it, bring it down a little, and I might actually blur the sides so it looks like a tilt shift effect. Okay. And lastly, if you want, you can always add flares again. So go to Open Effects, Lens Reflections, shift that to the side. These are very organic flares, and the light source comes from what's in the shot already. So if it moves, then the flares will move also. And there you go. So this is the original. And this is your Instagram filter look. Okay, so a quick way to save this look is to firstly get yourself organized. So first note, let's call it balance. And for the rest of the notes, just highlight, right click, create compound node, and rename it to look. And then grab a still. And that way you can just easily apply it onto all the other shots you need to grade.